Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Race to 100. I am Rick Thorcell.
And I'm Neil Patang. Thank you for tuning in.
And we are on episode number 32 of Race to 100. So, to show you the dedication that we have right now, Neil, in how many hours do you have to be up to go to Las Vegas?
Oh boy. In the next, let's do some math. 60 times 3, 180 minutes. I'll be getting ready. I'll be on an airplane on my way to Las Vegas.
Dude, we are filming this right now at like, I don't even know the time right now. It's like 2:30 in the morning. It's about 3 in the morning.
It's pretty late. It's pretty late right now. Rick's is slap happy. I'm just kind of in chill airplane mode. No pun intended. Before I get on an airplane, and I'm just ready to have some fun. I feel like this is a well-deserved vacation, and I'm looking forward to what's out in Nevada to experience.
But no vacation for us right now, because we got another episode to film, right?
We've got another episode to film.
So we wanted to put out something before Neil ended up taking his extended break to Vegas. I don't know when he'll return. I hope it'll be soon. I hope it'll be single without a ring on that finger right now.
No,
but we'll see. You know, anything is possible in Vegas.
Anything is possible, but I am excited to go. Yeah.
So today we wanted to talk a little bit about. There was a recent story that has been going around, and this has been something that's been going around since like 2013, and it's these two comedian gorillas,
political trolls,
SELVIG and STIEFLER. Yeah. So these guys have been going to political campaigns, and they've been disrupting like Donald Trump's campaign. They've been disrupting when Marco Rubio dropped out. They interrupted him. When Jeb Bush dropped out, they interrupted him. They're when Occupy Wall Street.
So these are liberals. These are liberals.
I don't know, because they did the same thing to Hillary Clinton as well. So they're political guerrillas, as they call themselves.
So they don't identify with the particular political sect. They
want to cause chaos.
Getting some laughs.
They love causing chaos
at the expense of oligarchs and politicians.
If that's how you care to refer to them.
Donald Trump is an oligarch, isn't he?
I mean, not until he's elected.
He's a
he's
a rich guy with political pull. You know what I'm saying?
No,
with political connections.
So, but the question that I'm asking myself is that these are two relatively well groomed, well kept white kids who are going out to these campaign events and causing chaos however they can, and just trying to make a statement, videotaping it, putting their stuff up on YouTube. What are your thoughts on that? Like, as they're able to get away with a lot, you know, when they go to these rallies, when they go to these events. Donald Trump, for example, he looked at them, he's like, oh, get him out. Like, but that was it. You know, it was like casually like, okay, let's lead him away kind of thing. Versus, you've seen some of the minority protest individuals who've gone out and tried to disrupt political events
and been socked in the face by Trump supporters and kicked out by security.
We've all seen the videos, you know? So there's a difference between a white individual going to a protest and making a statement, and a black or Asian or Hispanic individual going to a protest and making a statement as well. Especially when it comes to the Republican side. So you have to ask yourself, like, what do you feel about that? I mean, as a African American, you see this sort of thing going on. Do you have any opinion or perspective on that? Or not?
White chaos is funny. Black chaos is thuggish. That's how it is.
Ain't that the truth, though?
That's how it's conveyed in the media. I mean, if a bunch of black folk peacefully protest, people call them thugs, looters, and disgraces to the human race. When white folk after a football game or a basketball game start trashing everything because their team lost, or when they start burning stuff down, they're crazy, enraged fans.
Enthusiastic.
Enthusiastic. A word that conveys positive energy and connotes, nothing but good things, I mean, we see the dichotomy between the two evils, and we've been talking about this for over 32 episodes right now, and it's really effed up, but this is the world we live in.
So it's really funny too, because you look at I don't know if you heard the story about the Nevada Democratic primary. There was a lot of news about this going on.
Mm-hmm.
Did you hear anything about that?
The Nevada Democratic primary.
It happened about
Please enlighten me.
2 to 3
I
weeks
unfortunately
ago.
have not.
So there was this whole issue with delegates, and there was a raucous event when the Democrats in Nevada got together to select the delegates who would support Bernie Sanders or Hillary Clinton in the nomination process. And it was very chaotic, it was very disorganized, and voters who showed up were very, let's say, enthusiastic because they were white. And you had some of them who were shouting and yelling, and one of them even picked up a chair, and there's debate as to whether or not he threw the chair. And you want to know how media responded to
Look at those exuberant supporters
They
over
called
there.
it. You want to know what they called it?
Exuberant?
They called it a Donnybrook.
What's a Donnybrook?
It's like a raucous.
A raucous. Okay.
It was a very polite term to say these white individuals were engaging in some sort of justified or less let's say less violent protest.
Yeah. My question though is something I was wondering. I don't know, because you were one of the first people to tell me in life that there's two types of racism. There's overt and covert. And most people think racism is the slurs and the sicking the dogs on black people and the lynchings and water hoses. That's overt racism, and those are nefarious things. But there's also subconscious racism, So my question to you is, I wonder, when people say these things, when people do them, if they know that they're actually doing it or saying it. Do you just say a group of white looters or protesters are enthusiastic and a group of black protesters are considered to be thugs? Do you wonder if that's something they're doing on purpose, or has it just been so ingrained in their mind that they can't do otherwise?
Yeah.
Did that make sense?
No, absolutely. And I think that a lot of times, there is a lack of consciousness when it comes to white awareness about their particular actions and behaviors. And, it transcends all mediums. It transcends all types of communication. Where when a white person gets upset, it's considered more acceptable in whatever form it takes, whether it's political disruption, whether it's passive. We've talked about all sorts of commentators across the racial and political spectrums, and it seems that the trend that I'm getting a sense of is that when it's an African American or an Asian or a minority group of some sort, that those tend to be viewed with more suspicion and skepticism than if a white person does it in a similar context. And that's really the way that our society currently operates. And these individuals are able to do a great job of mocking the political system however they will, but one has to ask themselves, is that, does it expose some of the weaknesses in our civil society, where if a black person were to do that, they wouldn't even need to open their mouth to be escorted out of a Donald Trump rally. And that's the reality, whereas a white person is able to sit there wearing a Make America Great hat and say their stuff, and literally, it would take 2 minutes to escort them out of there, whereas literally a black person walks in, they're escorted right out.
It's just crazy how we perceive. what we perceive to be dangerous in this country. And folks, that's really like all Rick's and I are trying to do, because we've had people like check us out on YouTube and say things to us on Facebook. Why are you doing this? Why are you guys, talking about, racism? Colors shouldn't matter. All lives matter. We understand that. We get that. But what we're doing here is that we're calling to light very, very precious and critical issues that are happening within our community, amongst, all ethnicities and cultures. Rix is a Caucasian guy from a suburb of Glen Ellen, and what he's doing is calling to light the racism that happens in white America that we fail to realize more often than not. And he can speak on these topics based on his experience, study, and the life that he's led. And what I'm trying to do is just bring racism to white America from the black perspective, and also bridge the prejudice or gap between Africans and black Americans in this country. This is our calling, and this is what we're here for.
And this really is something that we care about. If we didn't care about it, we wouldn't be taping this right now at 3 a.m.
Yeah,
we really do work to try and make this an issue, day after day, and hopefully start a conversation, even if it's with only 1 or 2 other people. Like the more the people are engaged, the better our society is going to be as a whole. So,
absolutely.
I think we're both very happy to be doing this sort of thing. I'm very happy to be doing it with somebody like Neil, who's able to engage in dialogue and whatever we're talking about, whether it's sports, politics, religion, it doesn't matter. I think that we can have a conversation.
We should try to get those guys on Straight Up Season 2.
That would be wonderful.
That would be
I
tight.
think that would be enlightening.
I think I'll definitely need to be less sleep deprived to deal with those guys, because believe me, you're not quite you when you're sleep deprived and tired, but I mean, what they're doing is pretty cool, white or black, and I would really love to hear what they have to say. So you guys feel free to like, comment, or subscribe to our YouTube channel for more episodes of Race to 100. None of this would be possible without you. Rix, you got anything you want to add?
We will catch you next time on the Race to 100.